And then the last thing I have is a curtain. And I've already washed all these things. When I washed this, for some reason, some of the inside lining was sticking together. So I don't know how good of material this is going to end up being. Plus it's noisy. But I still kind of want to make the skirt out of it. It's going to be a two-piece set as well. I'm hoping that I have enough to make, I want to kind of make a circle skirt. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough material to make the circle skirt and a top. And I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can though, because I just really need to make something out of this. Here it is. And it's one of those real curtains. Like, it has the rings at the top. It's very thick. And again, here's the pattern. And in a follow-up video, this will be made into a skirt. Okay, so here I'm working with the curtain. I already undid the seams, laying it this way and flipping it over on this side like this. And this is based on a tutorial that I found online. I think I saw a couple of versions of this. This is just the easy way to make the skirt. And I'm just pinning it down on the sides to make that line even. And then I'm getting a measurement. This is my hip measurement, the widest portion that the skirt needs to be. And then I'm measuring to make sure the lines are even on both sides. So this is where it comes down from that point where my hips would be. And then I go 10 inches up from there to get my waist measurement approximate. Everything comes down from that corner at the top. So I'm marking that, and this is where I'm going to make the line for my waist. And then I prematurely cut this line off. I wasn't supposed to cut it yet, so I'm pinning it back on. And now I'm measuring from that top corner down to the bottom of the skirt and making the marks. And then I'm just going to cut on that line, which is where the bottom of the skirt is going to be. And then here I'm showing you a zipper. I'm adding a zipper. This is supposed to be the side of the skirt, but this ends up being the back of the skirt after some time. But I didn't have a hidden zipper. I'm using a regular zipper, and I'm just showing how I'm trying to piece the sides together so that the zipper is as covered as I can possibly get it without, having a hidden zipper. So I'm just pinning it down onto the zipper itself and trying my best to hide it. And then I'm just going to sew down the side underneath the zipper. And this is what it looks like once the zipper is sewed to the material. And it actually works. So I'm going to move on to sewing that bottom seam. And then here I'm pressing everything out. And then I'm just folding the waistline over so that it lines up with the top of the zipper. And then I'll just sew a top stitch all the way around. And then the last thing I'm going to do is do the hem. So I'm just going to do a double roll on the bottom. I do want to cut it down a little bit. It's a little too long for me. So I marked with a ruler the inches that I want to remove. And then I just make little tick marks all the way around and then pretty much connect those and then use that as the line where I'm going to cut. And then after that, I'm just doing a double roll for the hem. So I'm just folding it up once and then another time again just to seal in those raw edges. And then I'm going to sew a stitch straight across. And if you were making this skirt with any other material, this is pretty much where you could stop because all the material would fall nicely and it would be a perfect skirt. You would have a side zipper or you could even use elastic. But because of this material being a curtain, very stiff, I had to go in and add darts because the material was just so wide and just stuck out on the sides. So here I'm adding darts. I think I did 6 darts now that I think about it. I took the sides in a lot, and then I think I added 4 big darts, 2 going all the way up the back and 2 going halfway up because again, I had to pull in so much of that material. So again, you could stop where I just ended there, but with this I do have to continue. So these are the steps that I took to complete the skirt. So with the remaining fabric, I had enough to make a vest, and I purchased a pattern from Etsy. It was on sale for only $2.50, so I thought that was perfect. I purchased this. It had instructions with it. This is my first time using a pattern, and I was very confused because I have sewn before, but I always just make up things as I go along. This had all the technical words that are used in the sewing world that I had no idea about. I was able to figure out after reading like over and over the same sentence over and over until I figured out what they were telling me to do. So I'm going to show you the reveal of everything, and you can check the description box for any details. I'll reference the skirt tutorial video that I watched, and I'll also share the link to the Etsy vest pattern in case you're interested. And then I sewed in a lining. I just got some extra fabric. So this was the perfect thing. I left space for the zipper on the inside. So that yellow part is the lining, and then it just opens that way. And I just sewed the lining around to the inside, and then I cut it off at the bottom. I didn't even hem the lining yet. I'll probably do that later. And then I added a little something. So because this curtain had these rings, I put this as a belt. So I'm going to try this also. I'm going to show you what it looks like as a belt. And yeah, it can be worn in several ways. I even considered attaching it to the bottom of the vest. I still could do that, but I don't think I will. Just add this on whenever I feel the need, and just as a little accessory. So thank you so much for watching. I hope it's inspiration for something that you can create, and I will see you in the next one.